Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where I possibly should have put something to help this thing stand up, but I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. Now let's bring up MechJeb and... is it altitude? Ascent guidance. Sorry, yeah, let's get the... No, I don't need the rendezvous planner. So I don't have to rendezvous with. Only need to get to 75, no, 75, not 754. Engage the autopilot. And I have no idea how well this ship is going to work, so... hide you, because for the moment I don't need you. Launch and don't blow up. Oh, launch and don't blow up. Still going to make a loss on this whole system because I did engage. Yeah, need to give him RCS. I gave him no control surfaces whatsoever, so all he has is RCS. That was done. That's what I forgot. Oh, and yes, I actually put it on the screen, so. There we go, that should be more normal. Keep going. No gravity turn, but using RCS. Probably using RCS was a bad idea. I should have. He really sort of needed some form of... yeah, he's going to run out of this. Really, some things would have been a great idea. Just enough fuel to get up there would also be a great idea. Turn it off, is he going to crash? No, he can't keep online without it, so keep him on there, but he's running out of fuel very quickly. This was a dumb ship. Forgot controls. We've got plenty of electricity, but fuel and controls are looking bad. I mean... well, we'll possibly make the altitude. I think we should make the altitude, but whether we're going to... did I put another... no, it was only the one stage, so that'll take everything off, apart from what's going to land. And then... oh, have we run out of fuel? No. He's throttling off. Oh, we're definitely going to reach the altitude. That's good. So let's turn RCS off because he's just fart-arsing about now. I don't really need him to circularize the orbit, so let's disengage autopilot because I'm pretty sure... yeah. Actually. Just trickle the fuel a little bit more. Fuel off. Yeah, we're definitely going to get over the 75 now. All we really need to do is land, so once we hit the 75, which, yep, hide, finish, goal, we've done that. Let's come back here. Disengage our actual landing thing. Actually going to put the parachute out. Let it come out when it wants to, and we just sort of have to land. Now, this is the exact sort of point in time where I was planning to then be coming out of the game. It looks like Fraps is still recording, and I could probably do this as a time-lapse in the YouTube video, and then going off and playing the second game on the stream, because we now have... oh, click back into the game, click on there. Oh, possibly not all that much time until we blow up. Yeah. But generally in that type of circumstance, once we what's the word I'm looking for? When we have these times, instead of going on the here and increasing the speed, which we can also do, the plan is to switch on to the other game. Now, T and RCS. RCS can be turned off. Keep the T on just so we have a bit more of a reasonable re-entry. But that would have so saved the... need to remember to slow this down once we get lower, because on this type of acceleration it just literally rips things apart. Actually times every G-force by 4, which is never good. But this time I might have done this mission on the first go, but we did sort of overspend a little bit and still technically make a bad ship. But once we've landed, that's going to be the mission completed. We're going to have got about 22.5 million for this mission, and spent 26. But you never know. A lot of the things here, and we still have a bit of monopropellant, we still have a battery, we might be able to recycle some of this as well. We're actually landing in the water, which is perfect. And alright, come on, you can splash down in the water now, because you're not going to blow up now, I don't think. Go on, hurry up, faster, faster. I really wish there was a button just to say, yes, you've landed safely now. 50, 60. At least you know with water also that sea level is where you're going to land. Okay, let's hide the finished goal. Finish the mission. 1.5 million, so not quite that much, but it's something, so we can recycle and get that back. And go back to the vehicle assembly building. So we have completed our first mission, ladies and gentlemen. We slightly overspent, so we're actually 5 million down on the 50 million that we started with, but that was technically a success. Now let's see. Not config. Open the browser window. The next thing we have to do is mission beta, which we now have to get into a sort of roughly 80,000 orbit. Yeah, that is 80,000. Let's see. We also have to carry all them sensors, which we didn't really have that much fuel left over. So something's probably going to have to give with this, but we get 20 million plus 1.2 plus 0.3 plus 0.5. So that's plus 8. We're going to get 40 million. We can spend 40 million on this. That's the only problem is with having a budget. I can't just keep chucking more thrusters and more fuel on. We also have to orbit for 2 hours with the sensors on board. Let's select a mission. Now this spacecraft could quite possibly do the job. We should be making 40 million this time, so if we can bring this in for 30, that's probably good. But now first thing we want to do is control, if I click on the right one, I think it is. No, aerodynamics. And put some winglets on. 3 of them. There we go. So this will give us some actual control that isn't. This could give us some actual control that isn't requiring the RCS. So we can use that in space. So as long as this gets into roughly the right orbit, it can deorbit itself pretty fine with RCS. It's probably a dumb thing to try and do, but hey, it worked. Now we also have to go to science, and let's see, what do we need on this ship? Accelerometer. That's one of these. Only need one, thank you. They're going to cost me money. So if you would like to sit there, and how much do you put this up? Apparently sod all, so that's good. We have the accelerometer. We also need a barometer. Do I need to turn them on, or do they just need to be there? A gravity meter. A gravioli detector, that is. And a thermometer. Really, wouldn't these have been built inside instead of sticking them on the outside? But, yeah. That's just probably that. Now, there's one other thing I'm going to do to try and help it get into space, or at least check the price viability of it. I mean, we lost 5 million for the last mission. This one should net us 40 million, and we're currently only spending 26, so we have money in the budget to try and ensure success. So something like that would take it up to 30 million. Oh really? I thought that just happened with the decouplers, but it does that normally now. Okay. But we would need some form of decoupler on there. Utility, no. Structural, is it for decouplers? Yeah, and we already worked out that this is the cheapest form of decoupler. So I'm sort of hoping that this will just be a little kick in the pants to help us get going. So I would hope this will fly. Now, to keep sort of with the theme of how the last episode was, I know this is going to be a shorter episode, but I'm going to end it here. So I'm going to say, as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to say goodbye. Goodbye.